How you doing? This is Mike D, and what I want to do is an updated apps area training for you because it's been about a year or so at the time of this recording since I have recorded some support videos for the apps area. And today, in this video, we're actually going to focus on our martial arts and fitness studio clients, and we'll have other ones for other industry categories and different types of businesses. So anyway, what we're going to do is I'm going to share the screen here in a second, and I am going to be giving you an overview. And this recording is really based on the I've done I would say countless, probably into the hundreds or so trainings where I really kind of cover this. This overview, because my goal with this overview is to show you a few different areas of the mobile app management area that are really meant to give you kind of a trajectory moving forward to put you on the right path. Because I believe that once you start using the app on a regular basis, you'll see that it's very simple, and of course you just got to get over that initial learning curve. And the best thing to think about with any new marketing technology is realize that yes, there is going to be a little bit of a learning curve. You do have to remember your passwords and all that stuff. But once you do it a few times, it becomes habit. And think of the first time your business got on Facebook or something like that. Obviously now there's 10 million or so small businesses on Facebook or more. There's 2 million advertisers. So eventually all those 2 million advertisers or all those 10 plus million businesses had to go through a little bit of a learning curve to make Facebook worthwhile. And anyway, all things adjust over time, and you just gotta kind of get them habitual. So I want to share the screen with you. All right, I'm going to share my entire screen. And all right, okay. And what we're going to do is I'm going to jump out of Hangouts here, and I'm going to show you a couple things real quick. So whenever you need to just get a refresher on anything, just go to our support tab, cyberspacetoyourplace.com, visit our support tab, and for mobile apps in particular, go to right here, mobile apps login or mobile apps training. So you get to your mobile apps area by going to the apps.cyberspacetoyourplace.com, which can be found right here, or it can be found on apps.cyberspacetoyourplace.com. And then if you want some other videos, many of them are just really homegrown. I think in one of them I'm even sampling a beer, but don't worry, I'm not a drunk or anything like that. So here we go. So let's go to I have actually my wife's business, her app open. She uses the app for her fitness studio. And once you first log in, you're going to end up at this area here, okay? And for the most part, publish, and you can see I'm on functionality. And by the way, as a side note, if you want some additional tabs and functions, or you have some other ideas, just shoot us an email, and we will look into adding those to your app. That's no problem. So anyway, you have functionality, which is where we're at here. These are just all of the active areas that are open. And then you have content, appearance. That you're not really going to worry too much about appearance and publish, because when you change this stuff, you're going to end up having to deal with Apple, and that's not fun. Your Apple, if we ever want to republish your app to the Apple App Store for whatever reason, or you want to change certain things, that requires going through Apple's strict submission requirements again, which are, as you know, time consuming and not overnight. So anyway, right here, where you're always going to live is content. But before you get to content, I just want to show you something. I always want you to pay attention to this area up here. But if you click on content, you can see that our top nav doesn't go away, because sometimes you are going to refer to the top navigation. So let me jump into a few different things that I always train off the bat to get you up and running. So the first thing I want to show you is messages. Now you click on the messages tab, and basically this is your push notification area. You type your 128 character message in here, and you choose to send it to iPhone or Android users, and then naturally you could connect this to Facebook, your Facebook business page, by putting in the right information and giving it permission to post for you, and it will actually sync your push notification to your Facebook page, or if you're on Twitter, it'll sync it to your Twitter page. And then once you type it, you'll kind of proof it, and then you'll actually go right to publish. And then it's pretty straightforward from there. All right, it's very straightforward. And you can try the link content and all that as well. That's if you want to link to an area in the app. Now, here's what happens with messages, by the way. And just so you know, we got to back. Once you're done this, you actually have, if you have your phone next to you, you'll actually get your push notification right on your phone. And then you just back out. And then you get back here after you've sent your message. You'll actually be, like I said, you hit publish and you'll actually see your message right away. All right. So that's messages. And that's where probably you can send 3 or 4 or 5 of those out a week and you're not going to offend anybody. Folks are used to getting push notifications. All right. So you should get in the habit of sending 4 or 5 of those out every week. And the other thing, that's leads me to the next portion of this initial training, which is sort of the tree falls in the forest mentality. Once you first get your app going, you really need to focus on getting downloads. And, at the end of your, after you've had the app for a while, let's put it this way, you'll probably, let's just say you have, 100 downloads. Of course, the goal is to have a lot more than that. It's very possible. Now, I would say 80 of those downloads would probably be your current members, right? Current members. You should have a high penetration rate among current members. You should work it into your new enrollment process. So you should have 80% or more, or 90% or more of your current members having your app installed. It's actually pretty simple. Now let's just go back to the numbers game. Let's just say you have 100 total downloads, right? Well, 80% of those, 80% of your downloads will probably be your current students and members. Another, say, 10% would probably be past members who still have the app on their phone, and we want that to happen, because we want them to feel like they never left, right? Okay, so you have the other portion, 20%, or the other 10%, I'm sorry, will be prospects, because you can use your app. You can bring it into your website, on a mobile version or smartphone version of the website. The responsive website can have a call to action to download the app. Then you'll have examples where you might be at an event, or in print marketing, you can promote your app. All right, so 80% of your app downloads probably be your current members, 10% will be past members, and 10% should be prospects. Now, it's never going to be an exact number, but you get the idea. All right. Okay. So now the next thing I want to show you is QR codes. Okay. Now, this is also training on getting downloads. All right. Because QR codes are really how you're getting downloads in print. Now, here's the bad news. The bad news is, not everybody, understands QR codes. Some people look at QR codes and they say, what did the computer throw up or something? What's going on here? So, but in any print marketing, you want to save this, all right? Save this to your computer or whatever. And then in all of your print marketing, you have a call to action, which would be download our mobile app. Okay, so you would put both, you would always use both of these. This is actually an HTML5 website, which kind of shows your app, but remember, it's not interactive. It's not downloaded to the actual phone or the tablet. So you have your QR codes, and you would give a call to action that would say download our mobile app. And of course, if you can give reasons to download the mobile app, then that's good in all print marketing. Download our mobile app for a free trial. Download our mobile app for whatever. And then, like I said, you have the QR code as a call to action. The other thing you'll have to say in all of your calls to action is also search for the app name in the Google Play or the Apple App Store. The reason why you have to say that is because not everybody understands QR codes. So you want to use a QR code as your call to action, and you always want to make it simple. They'll just stick a QR code there. You actually say, scan this code to download our mobile app. So again, you got to save these as images and use them in your print marketing. All print marketing, you have to use the QR codes and also the call to action to search for the app in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. So again, you can download them and all that stuff here. But those are QR codes that link right to your download pages for the app. Okay. All right. Now on that subject, all right, we have the whole idea of getting downloads. Now, in print marketing, QR codes and also what am I trying to say here? In calls to action. In word of mouth, again, same thing. You have to just let people know, hey, download our app. Search for the app name in the Apple App Store. The other thing you can do in all digital formats is you always want to use the links. Now, pay attention here because I'm not really showing you anything, okay? When we sent you the email saying your app is live, we sent you 2 links. We sent you a link to the Google Play Store, and we sent you a link to the Apple App Store. If you want to promote your app on Facebook, if you want to promote your app on the web, if you want to promote your app through email marketing, then what you need to do is you need to add the links. Okay, so you could either add the links and disguise them, and create a hyperlink somewhere, or you could just put the links out there, and you just say, click here to download our iPhone app or our iOS app for your iPhone or your iPad, or any Apple device, basically, or click here for our Android app, and that will take you to the Google Play Store. All right, so that's what you want to think about. You really need to push out the print promotions of this, the word of mouth promotions of this, and also the digital promotions. And the digital promotions, all you need is to copy and paste the links. It's actually pretty simple. If you need any help with that, let us know. All right, cancel that. Okay. So the next time, so now you have QR codes and you have you're back on your content. Now, a few other things I want to tell you about. Obviously, your schedule, all pretty straightforward. GymCam, that's basically an interaction part of your website. I'm sorry, of your app, where members can actually click on that and they can take a photo and then they can send it to you, which is actually pretty cool. You want to encourage that engagement where it's like, hey, take a picture of our belt promotion or take a picture of classes and share it with us on your mobile app, and share it with us through the mobile app. Now, what happens is that feature triggers an email that gets sent to you with the images. It doesn't get automatically posted to the app. Don't get the wrong idea. If it got posted to the app automatically, well, I'll tell you what, your app would be a whole lot more expensive than it is, because that's some major coding right there to have an image go live right from uploading right to the app. The other thing to remember is you're the editor-in-chief and the curator. I mean, you really don't want any photo ending up on your app without you looking at it, right? So just use your imagination there as opposed to why. This is all pretty straightforward. You can, in this case, actually, we're linking to the schedule on the website, which is mobile friendly. Fan walls where they interact. This is something you have to stir the pot with. Messages is where all your push notifications end up. Events is self-managed. It's very simple. The gallery is where the GymCam photos end up. And with the gallery, you would click on it and you would be able to create galleries. So I created a gallery and then I can edit the gallery. That's just the background of the gallery. Again, this gym is her gym is mainly for women. Then you edit it and you just upload photos. And you can also do an Instagram tie-in too, which is actually pretty cool. So just keep that in mind. That's a big deal. But the gallery is just, if you can upload a photo to the web, you can manage a gallery. YouTube is just a channel connection. Very simple. Specials is just an area for promotions. The voice recording feature, we don't activate these in all of the apps because they are Apple doesn't really like them. But this is basically someone can send you a voicemail through email using the app. News is just a feed from the website. Obviously, Facebook is just a feed. And then the other thing I wanted to show you here was loyalty. Now, loyalty is sometimes a point of confusion among our martial arts and fitness business clients. Now, I want you to think a little bit kind of outside the box a little bit on loyalty. So loyalty is basically where you are going to create a program and then there's a point system. And you are the one who would create a secret code. So let's just say I wanted to create a new loyalty. I would add a new loyalty program. And then I would choose how many points do I want to have inside the loyalty. Now, you can do all kind of things. Let's just use a martial arts school as an example. Well, for a martial arts school, possibly we can call it self-discipline month, where a student is going to be expected to practice another 10 times during the course of the month on their own. Well, you can have a little fun with that. You can give the parents, if you're working with kids, you can give them, the secret code, and they can mark off a point every time the kid does some practice. Does that make sense? All right. So again, with the loyalty function, you open it up, and it's all pretty straightforward. I can upload a photo, I can have the number of points. This is all very intuitive, and I can add a photo that will go with it, and then I just save the changes. So overall, you're going to spend a lot of time in messages. You're going to spend a lot of time in the, you're going to do some print marketing with this, and you're going to mess around with the gallery. Anytime you add a video to YouTube, it gets placed inside your app. There's also other ways to add videos to the app beyond YouTube, that if you do feel a need for that, you don't want your videos to be on YouTube, there is another option for you. I just want you to know that, okay? But I recommend you start off with YouTube because it's actually the simplest way to do it. And there's also other video sharing sites that we can tie in here that aren't really as popular as YouTube, and you can have the view, the video stream inside your app. So it's all pretty straightforward. That's just the basic training. I encourage you to dive in there, make something happen with it, because once you get in there, that's when you're really going to have a feel for it. And you're going to, get to the point where, you feel very confident in how to use the app, and then you're going to have a lot of fun. So these do work. They work to engage your members and students. They work to bring in a few new members here and there. It's really where the attention is. I mean, folks are looking at their smartphones all the time and their devices all the time. And you made the right choice by having a mobile app. So hopefully this helps you out, okay? Any other questions, just let us know. We're going to end the screen share and end our Hangout. All right, so I wish you the best with your app, and we're always here to help you out. Remember, we do provide tech support, and we also keep the underlying code of the app working, and we will submit to Google Play, and we will submit to the Apple App Store if needed when new versions of software are available. So we want to keep your app functioning, the best it can be. So if there's any questions or anything like that, you know that we're always here to help you. All right, it's Mike D signing off. And if we can help you out in any way, just visit cyberspacetoyourplace.com and also check out some of the other awesome services that we have. Take it easy.